Hello everybody, welcome back to Wolfeei. Today we're going to be talking about what if Joe Bartolozzi and HansumFella joined MCC. Probably one of the most talked about things as of recent, in terms of, also this video is pre-recorded, in terms of MCC and Block Wars related talk, because obviously Joe and Hansum have made several appearances in Block Wars now, and they're probably two of the more notable players to be in Block Wars, and pretty much exclusively in Block Wars. So, as has always happened, the MCC audience sees this and goes, what if these guys joined MCC? Which, sure, I guess, in my opinion, I don't think it would make that much sense, because MCC's roster is very much a cohesive crowd, and unless they're like one-time appearances or like infrequent appearances, I think it would be a little bit tricky to fit them in the roster consistently. But I guess maybe I could be wrong. That's just how I would perceive it from my experience with obviously seeing how MCC works and making an event, or hosting an event rather. I know how things work, so trust me, a little bit more tricky than it may seem, but maybe in the future, you never know. I just don't think they're the type of players that Scott would typically invite. I think he would more lean towards the Minecrafter audience, or the variety crowd who is more actively involved with Minecraft. If that makes any sense, I don't know. Anyways, before we get into further of this video, today there will be an MCC. I don't know at what time this will be uploaded, but this will be uploaded on the day that MCC Twitch Rivals will take place. And that'll be live streamed on my channel. Today that I'm recording this is my partner anniversary. Today is also day 2 team announcements for MCC, and the day that my team gets announced. My team, I can now reveal this, I guess. This is weird to talk about this in advance, but my team is me, 5up, Jeremy, and Snifferish. We will be taking on MCC Twitch Rivals as the Cyan Coyotes on today, I guess. Today. Weird that I'm saying this like a week in advance, but it is like next week for me, but today. At this time is when the event will take place. I assume this will be uploaded in the morning for me, and probably very early for those who live in the United States. But today, Sunday, June 30th, will be MCC Twitch Rivals. Come watch, please. It'll be live streamed on my channel. Also, there will be a main broadcast on the Twitch Rivals channel. But please watch me, please. Thank you. Yeah, anyways, back to Minecraft, because this is now the second rendition of the series that I made. Don't look to the left. Last time we talked about Green and Mumbo potentially being in Block Wars, or more so the hypothetical of if that were to happen. Obviously a very unlikely scenario, but that's why it's a hypothetical video. Some people clearly did not understand that it was a hypothetical video and not a, oh, this is gonna happen, because some people were like, this would never happen. Why would you even make a video about this? It's a hypothetical. What do you mean? Do you know what hypothetical means? Anyways, enough yapping about that. Because we're talking about MCC, there's less players per team. Thus, I added a team. We've got 2 teams for Joe being solo. We've got 2 teams for Hansum solo, and then we've got 2 teams for them together. I have separated them into what used to be canon and non-canon. I'm calling them standard and special events now, because I feel like that makes a bit more sense, because canon and non-canon doesn't exist. So, starting off, for the Joe Bartolozzi teams, we have a standard canon MCC team of Fruit, Sneeg, Joe, and Jack Manifold. Now, this team is mostly people that Joe knows. Obviously, he's teamed with Sneeg several times in Block Wars, and they've hung out outside of Block Wars several times now as well. And Joe and Fruit were teamed together for Fruit's first event, and that seemed to go very well. And Jack Manifold follows Joe Bartolozzi on Twitter, so I'm sure he's aware, and I think he fits the vibe here very well too. And this is probably relatively balanced, maybe a bit on the stronger side if we're continuing balancing from MCC Season 4 kickoff, but should be relatively balanced in an event like Season 2 MCC, for example. Then, for the special non-canon Joe Bart team, I put Feinberg, Joe Bart, Masayoshi, and Ludwig. I think this would be a very fun and cohesive team. Joe obviously knows Feinberg from teaming with him in Block Wars, and he also knows Masayoshi, so that's very fun too. Him and John, I don't know where they met, but clearly they know each other. And Joe and Ludwig probably know of each other, if I had to guess, but either way, John knows Ludwig, Fine knows Ludwig. I don't know if John and Fine know each other, but cohesive team, cool team, would be very sick in like a I guess, well, since Feinberg already won MCC, we couldn't do an underdogs. So if there was ever an underdog style event, but not about not winning, then here you go. Cool team. Next up is the HansumFella solo standard team. You got Hannah, Wally, Gumi, and Hansum. I'm trying to make the teams a little bit different from each other just so I can showcase some variety that is possible with these players, but it is slightly limited. Yeah, Hannah and Wally both know Hansum, and obviously is a duo that's very well known and works and has won in the past, so should work very well with Hansum. And Gumi, I think, what I could tell, follows Hansum on Twitter, and obviously is friends with Wally and Hannah, so makes for a cohesive team. Very nice. I think this would be a good vibe, and I think it's pretty balanced too. So yeah, and then we've got a special non-canon HansumFella solo team of Purpled, Tubbo, Hansum, and Connor Eats Pants. All people that Hansum does know, as far as I can remember, or at least Purpled and Hansum are familiar with each other, I'm pretty sure, but Hansum actually knows Toby and Connor, so very good team. Would be very fun. Would be very funny as well. Especially, I think Purpled and Toby have teamed before, and I don't think Purpled and Connor have teamed before. I also don't know if Toby and Connor have teamed before, but I know Toby and Connor are good friends. So, very good team. Would make for a cohesive team. Then, if we're making a team with Joe and Hansum together for a non-canon standard team, we're going to have what looks like this team in terms of balancing, but it has to be Shane, Sneeg, Joe, and Hansum. I think that makes the most sense. This is based on their Block Wars Chaos team that ended up working out super well together, so this makes a lot of sense. Good team. I don't know, like in the hypothetical that Hansum and Joe were to be added to MCC at the exact same time, if this wasn't the team, unless it's a balancing issue, which to be fair, this team is pretty strong, but if this wasn't the team, I don't know why, but this would make the most sense. Anyways, and then if for a non-canon special event, which typically is weaker comp, you have almost the same team, except you replace Shane with Tubbo, and then it still works, and it's cohesive and fun and good. Let me know your thoughts on these teams. My conclusion on Hansum and Joe joining MCC is the same as what I said at the start of the video. It's possible. They totally could, right? It's not impossible. I just think it's unlikely, considering how MCC functions and how their roster is built, and also because I don't actually know how well they would fit, you know. But I think in Block Wars they fit fine, because Block Wars is a variety roster. MCC is more of a Minecrafter roster with some variety in there, so maybe, but we'll see. Anyways, thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and let me know if you want more of these types of videos, because I've only done 2, and I try to make them with combinations of people that are known together, like Grand Mumbo and Joe and HansumFella. Anyways, thank you for watching. I'll see you all later, and goodbye. Come watch me at MCC, please. Bye.